What's up, fine people of this amazing, amazing world? This amazing thing we call life, existence. Wow. What an amazing ride we're all having. Seriously, just everything that's going on. It's so incredible. Important to remember these things as often as we can. That's why we do the journaling for gratefuls, because it keeps our mind exercised in a healthy way. Just like with your body, your mind also needs to be exercised. Everything stems from the mind. So your body is a reflection of your mind. You can make yourself ill, I believe, by thinking about it. You can heal yourself by thinking about it. You can create whatever future you desire by thinking about, that. Or you can create, great future by focusing on the right type of thinking. You can create a bad, miserable, painful future by thinking on the types of thoughts that are going to lead you there. Everything stems from your mind. Your mind is the ultimate creator of your world, of your life. So the problem that most people have is that the mind is sort of like the cockpit of an airplane, right? It's like the control, it's like the front of the airplane where you have the steering wheel and you can see out the window. That's the mind. The problem is that most people aren't sitting in that cockpit. Most people are passengers, and there's nobody in the cockpit of their airplane. The passenger area of the plane is your emotions. Just imagine the pilot, he's going to be using his mind, he's going to be thinking logically, he's going to be trained, he's more in control, more aware, more knowledgeable. He or she knows more of what's going on. The passengers have no clue what's going on at all. They're just responding to whatever the plane does. If the plane all of a sudden goes through turbulence up and down, the passengers are going to be in fear. They're going to start screaming, crying. If the plane moves to one side and you can see a beautiful view, then the passengers are going to be happy. So the passengers are like slaves. They're passengers. They have no control. Now, with us, most people, sadly, are passengers in their own plane, rather than being the pilot. And to be the pilot, you just have to be aware that your mind is the thing that's creating everything in your life. If you want your ex back, if you miss your ex, if you have an illness and you're trying to overcome it, if you have low self-confidence, low self-esteem, everything will be controlled here. Everything. How is it going to be controlled there? With your thoughts, with the kind of thinking that you're having in your mind. Okay? So the first most important thing that you'll need out there is awareness. And I deal with clients sometimes that have not much awareness, maybe no awareness at all, and basically are being guided by their feelings. When you're guided by your feelings, remember you're a passenger. You're no longer flying your plane, you're being flown. You're being dragged left, right, and center by your emotions. So, this video I want to title it, How to Stop Thinking of Your Ex. But really that's a trick title, because there's a saying that's very true. It's called, whatever you resist persists. Okay? So whatever you resist will stay and it will get stronger. Okay, why? Because when you decide to resist something, if I decide to say, okay, I'm going to stop thinking of my ex, I'm actually going to be thinking about her. Her thought, the topic of her is going to be in my mind. Okay, so when I decide to, oh, don't think of her, don't think of her, don't think of her, well, guess what's on my mind? Her, her, her. Okay? So acceptance is always the best way to move forward. And what is acceptance? Acceptance is love. Okay? That's true love is true acceptance. True love is acceptance of all things. When you love your partner, when you love, your pet, when you love your family member, it means that you accept them for who they are. You accept them. You've learned to accept them. Okay? So let's go back to now how to stop thinking of your ex. So if resistance is only going to make it more stronger, so if I try to stop thinking of my ex, no, I have to stop, I have to stop, I have to stop, that's going to make it stronger, okay? So I'm going to think of my ex more and more. The key isn't to try to stop thinking of your ex, it's to increase your thoughts of other things more. And by doing that, the amount of time you're spending on thoughts of your ex is going to shrink. Okay? Now, it's important that you allow the thoughts of your ex to come, because what's going to happen is, look, you've been through, everyone's been through, we've been through so many different experiences in life, many of them awesome, pleasant, enjoyable, many of them traumatic, painful, went through a lot of suffering. If you've gone through a breakup, that's painful. And if you're in a breakup trying to move past your ex, or get over your ex, or stop thinking about your ex, then there has to be processing. Okay, what processing means is that it's natural for you to think of your ex, and it's healthy to think of them. Why? Because once something bad happens or something traumatic happens, let's say you go through a breakup, you're going to want to think about your ex. Why? Because your mind, like you've just eaten some food, it wants to digest, and it wants to take all the good things so that it can learn for the future, and it's going to crap out everything it doesn't need. You just have to be aware. You have to be the pilot. Don't be a passenger during this process. Be the pilot. And what does that mean? It means that, allow yourself time to process, but don't dwell on it. Don't overdo it. And how do we know when we're overdoing something? Remember this. Write this down. Sign of overdoing something, a sign of addiction, is when those things take control of your life. So let's say you don't want to go out and go to the gym because of your overthinking about your ex. Okay, so that's too much. Okay? When it starts to interfere with your daily life, it's too much. You have to move forward with your life. And it's okay, yes, think about the ex. Think about whatever has hurt you, traumatized you. Process it, because you need to process it. You need to, we're going to need to go through every single detail, every dinner we had, every lunch we had, all the person's friends, what happened, what could have led to this, why me, all of that. You have to go through all of it, every detail of it. You're going to go through it all, and then you're going to go out in the world and you're going to see something and it's going to remind you of your ex. Oh, I remember, you see a carrot, you're going to be like, oh, carrots were her favorite thing or his favorite thing. Okay, that's going to be the first time you see a carrot. But then the second time you see a carrot, it's going to be different. Third time, it's going to be different. And then finally, you're going to just see a carrot. You're not going to remember your ex. So it's important to process. It's okay to think of them. It's okay. So to answer this video's question, how to stop thinking of your ex, first of all, it's impossible. Second of all, it's you don't have to. There's no reason to. Third of all, if you really want to stop or bring down those thoughts, which will eventually happen, it's going to happen, don't worry about that. It's just going to take time, and you have to pilot your plane. Don't be a passenger, be the pilot. And it's going to take time, but your focus needs to be on, what am I doing in life? What are you doing in life? What are your goals? What makes you interested? Look, there's more to life than relationships. Put your relationship aside now with your ex or whatever. What else do you have in your life? That's what you need to build. What do you have for your body to keep your body healthy? What sports? What exercises? What do you have for your mind to keep your mind challenged and to grow smarter? What do you have for your beyond, for your spirit? Are you meditating? Are you doing some yoga? Are you doing something that's allowing you to build and grow your awareness of yourself and of the world? So your ex, your relationship, it's a small part of life, okay? It's just a part of life. There's much more to life. So fill the rest of your life up. Don't just make you and your relationship the whole thing of your life. That's really unhealthy and dangerous, because, that's why people are suffering, because they make their relationship the whole thing in their life, and then when that goes, then boom, what do they have? They're like, shit, I haven't been going to the gym, I haven't been having any hobbies, I don't have, this and this and that. So this is the time now where you have to build your life. Okay? And it's a lot of fun. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Don't be afraid by it. It takes time. It doesn't happen in a week, overnight. It's going to come slowly, day by day. I personally love to plan things. So, I like to have lots of goals. Goals for my creativity, goals for my intellectual side, goals for my physical side. For my jiu-jitsu, I want to enter competitions. That's my goals for my physical side. For my physical side, I also want my health to be better. I want my posture is something that I'm working on. I want my posture to get better. My digestive system, my skin, my, everything. I want to keep my body healthy. That's just the physical side. Then my mental side, I want to grow my confidence more each day. I want to be better listener. I want to be more sociable in terms of being able to listen to people more and give them good energy, give them good vibes, be less competitive socially. So these are some of my goals, and then creatively I have goals. I want to write and record a new album, which is what I'm doing now. I want to make a movie. That's one of my long-term goals. I want to, there's a lot of goals that I have, and the way that you do it is you have to see those goals happening in your mind. I have to see that album. How's it going to sound? How's it going to, make me feel? How's my movie going to be? You've got to feel it. When I think about my body, I got to think about how my body's going to look. I can visualize myself with great skin, the shape I want, the posture I want. Same with my personality. I'm going to visualize myself as confident in a group of people, socializing, listening, being a good listener. Okay? So there's a lot more to life than our relationships. So get on with the rest of your life. And look, the more you focus on improving the rest of your life, you're going to be much more attractive. So that if your ex contacts you one day, or, if you bump into him or her one day, or something comes about where, you're both, again, crossing paths, which tends to happen a lot, then you're going to be a stronger person, more attractive person, and you're not going to have to make an effort to try to get your ex back. I really I dislike this, and I sometimes get clients who come to me to try to get their ex back, and the first thing I tell them is, look, that's not what I do. I'm here to help coach you to become as incredible as you can be, physically, mentally, spiritually, and beyond. I'm not here to try to strategize with you on how to get your ex back, okay? That, in a way, is manipulation, and it doesn't really work, because you're going to come up with all this effort to get this person back, and then when you get this person back, what are you going to do? You're going to keep all that effort up all day long for the rest of your life? No, it's going to stop. That effort's going to stop, and then that's when you're going to have problems again, okay? It's much better to be attractive effortlessly, and the way you do that is by improving yourself. In some of my videos I've talked about how you can jump really high to reach a goal. Like jump, yes, I got it. But if you jump to reach a goal, you're going to fall back down. So yeah, you can touch the goal for maybe a moment. So if you use all your intelligence and your wit to try to get your ex back, sure, maybe you can get your ex back, but how long for, It's much better than jumping to get something you want, to build towards it. And then when you get there, there's no falling down because you're there. That's who you are. So it takes daily work, daily practice, mastery of, you don't have to be a master, but what we're talking about is mastering your awareness. Okay, so that you become aware of your thoughts. Like I'm coaching someone at the moment that almost every other word this person is saying is negative thinking. And I have to keep reminding this person, hey, look at what you just said. Look at what you just said again. Look at what you just said. It's all negative thoughts. Why? Because, and it's not just this person, a lot of people, myself included. That's why I have to do this work as well. All day, every day I'm working on it. This is a continuous job that we do, and it's like going to the gym. Yes, the beginning is hard, but then you start getting into shape. Then it becomes easier, okay? But we do the 3 gratefuls in the morning, 3 gratefuls at night, okay? Slowly strengthens your mind to see the positive things in life, so that, as I have said in a lot of my videos, wrestlers, fighters, when they're punched and they're knocked out and they land on the floor, are they going to land on the floor and be like, oh, I've been knocked out, I've been taken down, this person is stronger than me, I'm going to lose, there's nothing I can do, there's no way I can... Is this what a fighter is going to be thinking? Many fighters do. That's why fighting is such a difficult, honored and highly looked upon profession and sport, because it's all about the mind. It's nothing to do with the body. Okay, the body's important a little bit, but it's about here. It's about, is this person going to be taken down to the floor and then think, oh, I'm never going to win, my life sucks, I'm going to lose this? No. Or is this fighter going to get down on the floor and do what he's been training, or she has been training, which is to see the positive in every situation. Okay, he or she's on the floor now, their opponent's on their feet, I can go for the feet. Looking for opportunities. Looking for opportunities always, no matter what. So when we do our gratefuls in the morning and at night, writing down 3 things that we are grateful for in our journal, what we're doing is we're training our mind to focus and see the positive things, the great things that exist in our life. Is this going to heal us overnight? No. Is this going to heal us in a week? No. Is this going to heal us in a month? It's going to make improvements. We're going to notice them in a month. But it's going to take 2, 3 months, 6 months of doing this. And you're going to see some incredible changes happening in your life. Because remember, everything stems from the mind. Everything. So when you start to see things more, just positively and things that are great, seeing the great things that exist, your life is going to transform because the world is a reflection of your mind. And what happens in your life is a reflection of how you see the world. So, 3 gratefuls in the morning, 3 gratefuls at night. Write them in your journal. Before long, your journal is going to be full of positive stuff, and then you can always just look back and read it and re-exercise those positive thoughts. And then part 2 is writing down negative thoughts when they come in your mind. I will be alone for the rest of my life. I'm never going to find happiness. I'm never going to find someone perfect for me. These are negative thoughts. Write them down in your journal. And when you write them down, write down 3 counter arguments to each negative thought. All the happiness, energy, power, and love I need is already within me. It's not outside of me. And as I focus more on myself, on my self-improvement, I manifest love, happiness, strength, positivity into my life. People I cannot stress how much this works. This works so much, and there's probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who are already doing all this kind of stuff, whether they're doing it consciously or they're just naturally they do this. They are the ones who are rising, that are manifesting, creating. Because remember, at the end of the day, we're all creating our life. We're all manifesting our life. Everyone out there is creating exactly what they want for themselves. If you're going through a brutal, difficult, heartbreaking breakup, it's because you want that. You've created that. For some reason, you feel you need that. And if you ask me, that reason is that you want to grow as a human. You want to become aware. You're realizing that there's improvement that's available in your life. And you might be doing this without realizing it, but going through the pain, the suffering is your way of waking up and improving yourself. Okay? So, how to stop thinking of your ex? You're not going to stop. Put your effort into thinking more about gratefuls in the morning, counterbalancing negative thoughts. Do that for 3 negative thoughts a day, and then working on your goals, your life journey, everything else in your life. Remember what I said, your body, your mind, how to improve your body, whether it's sports, hiking, traveling, how to improve your mind through your work, through your creative endeavors, through your hobbies, okay? And then your spirit through whatever practices you do, whether it's meditation, again, sports, it could be walking, it could be anything. So begin your journey of building your life, okay? Relationship is just a part of the life. Focus on your life and who you are. That's what's going to attract people to you, okay? And I hope this helps in some way. If you have any questions, go ahead and just post them down below or email me. And yes, I've been doing coaching, and I still am doing coaching, and I'm trying to maintain just 5 clients at a time. So right now I have 5 clients, but every day I have sessions ending and new sessions beginning. So if you're interested in more information on coaching, then just email me and I can send you info on how I do it. Meanwhile, take it easy on yourselves. Don't pressure yourselves so hard. This isn't something that you're supposed to do overnight. This is little by little every day. Writing your gratefuls in the morning, at night, that's enough. Even if that's the only thing that you do, it's going to transform your life. Okay, because it's going to slowly exercise the positive part of your mind. Slowly. You're slowly going to get stronger and stronger. And then one day someone's going to say, God, Doesn't life suck? And then you're going to be like, no, life is awesome. Today I did this and this and this. Okay, that's how this works. The counterbalancing works in a very similar way, but more powerful. Counterbalancing is going to teach you how to be positive about your own negative thinking and how to be aware of your own negative thinking, which is so important because most of us are doing this all day. With the negative thoughts just. And then maybe after 20 minutes, shit, I just spent 20 minutes thinking about negative shit. So awareness is about how quickly can you wake up and be like, oh shit, I'm thinking negative thoughts. For me, I had no awareness when I started. Then I started to build awareness. And then for me, maybe I would think for 5 minutes, and then I would be like, oh my God, I just spent the last 5 minutes just daydreaming about, maybe my ex or how my life is, whatever, this and that. And then as I kept practicing my counterbalancing, my gratefuls, then it would be like 2 minutes. Or then it would become 1 minute until it got to the point where as soon as a negative thought came into my mind, I'd be like, there's a negative thought. And then how do I deal with a negative thought? Counterbalance. And you do it in your mind. Oh, no. Nice try, negative thought. And be okay with your negative thought. It's not the enemy, all right? Negative thought comes from fear. Fear is from the mind. Fear is to protect us, to help us. So when a negative thought comes, remember, hey, okay, mind, yeah, I can hear it. I see the negative thought. Don't worry, everything's under control. You're the pilot. Remember, you're the pilot. So you've got to tell the people, the passengers, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, everything's fine. You got everything under control with all you need, which is the gratefuls, the counterbalances, and then, read good books, watch good movies, listen to great music. I get a lot of people asking me, what is a good movie? What is, good music? Look, you don't want to listen to, if you're going through a breakup, you don't want to listen to Tina Turner, her song. She's got what's that song? You're simply the best, better than all the rest. Yeah, that song is about her not being able to move on from her relationship, calling her ex the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone, better than anyone she's ever had. And then she goes on to say, I'm stuck on your heart. I'm stuck on every word you say. Oh my God, this music, sometimes I wonder, is this a government conspiracy to keep everyone depressed? Listening to that song over and over is just bad affirmations for your mind. It's such a shame because it's such a great song. And there's so many amazing songs out there. But you have to be careful because when you're listening to words, those are affirmations. So what I was doing when I was going through my breakup, several years ago, was if I would listen to a song like that, I would make it about myself. So I'm simply the best, If it's a song that the lyrics are I can't help loving you, I'll make it about myself. I can't help loving me. All right? But try to listen to music that isn't like that, that's got more uplifting lyrics. I like Tool. I love all kinds of music, but a lot of hip-hop I love. A lot of hip-hop is great because it comes from place of difficulty where people have had to struggle and overcome adversity. I was listening to Biggie. I listen to a lot of Biggie. I'm a big fan, and a lot of his stuff is about his ex or relationships where girls have cheated on him with his best friends and how he just moves on. So you got to find music that's going to pump you up, that's going to motivate you, that's gonna I like listening to a lot of actually the walkout music for UFC fighters. I really like. It's very uplifting. It's very motivational. I love film music. motivating, inspiring film music, that's music sometimes without lyrics that just lifts my mood up. As for movies, it's the same. You don't want to watch The Notebook. You don't want to watch Interstellar. You don't want to watch these movies that are going to be depressing and sad. And hey, it's okay. We're gonna watch them someday. You're gonna watch them like once you've healed and you're strong again. But for now, when you're going through all this pain, um, just avoid them for a while. Okay, just avoid them for a while. I like Guardians of the Galaxy is a great movie. I love sci-fi, so that movies like that, where they're uplifting.